So Coco's gonna have a coat more like your puppy's. And again, just want to kind of comb through first because that will get out the easy loose hair, and then you can also have a better idea of what you're dealing with and what direction the hair goes in. Coco, I've done quite a bit of stripping on her lately, so she's looking pretty good. You can see she's got a lot more hair through here on her body than Bandit does, and so I like to take that bulk out. It's just not necessary. It makes her a little bit cooler. Again, I was talking about how they can get a lot of hair at their elbow, and that's here. Thank you. He's trying to open the door. She's got more bulk through her neck, so I'm going to take some of that out just because that'll look nicer. It'll lengthen her neck, show her pretty lines off better than having all of this bulk in her coat. So it's part of it's aesthetic, part of it is comfort for her, and it's just you'll have less matting and they'll look better. But you can see, just brushing pulls that out. With Coco, the 12 blade is really, really efficient. She's got a lot of coat. And you can see I can rake that through and it doesn't look like it's creating any holes. What was that? Your phone? But you can see all that's taken out. Stand up. Thank you. Good girl. I'm going to show another tail trim. So see, she's got this, here's the tip of her tail, and there's that excess plume. So you just twist it. Hope they don't stand. Just clip it off. Now Coco is losing more coat right now more than normal, and that's just from having the puppies. She's, like I said though, she's got a lot of coat, but she is blowing more coat because of the recent litter. I like to take off what she's got here on her neck. She's got a lot of hair on her neck. She'll be cooler, she'll look nicer, and it'll be easier to maintain. Okay, then the front, she's got all of this in here. And it doesn't all have to be taken out. I like to thin it out. Good girl. Then we have we can have some definition from the neck to the shoulder to the chest. Good girl. Now on Coco, I'm probably not going to take very much off of her chest. She has a nice front, and she's going into the show ring this next week, so I don't want to take off too much just because it just presents her nicely. Okay, I've got Coco up here to demonstrate what I was talking about with inside the inner eye. So I want to brush her eyebrows back. I don't have my little blunt nose ones out here, so I don't recommend using these. But what I like to do is put my finger there, pull that little bit of long out, so I'm protecting her face and eye. Good girl. I can see there's a little bit more that needs to be trimmed. I know. Good girl. And there, that's all I would do, is just trim out that little bit there in the inner eye, and then let him keep the eyebrows. I mean, I personally think that that's part of what makes them look so good. And also, I mentioned that Coco has more hair here on her cheek, and it can affect her ear. So it's just right through here. You can use whatever feels most comfortable in your hand. Good girl. And just take some of that bulk out. Good girl. The only places, according to our standard, that you're allowed to use scissors on a Griffon is around the ears, the feet, and the tail. Again, that's just, that's the standard. You can do what you want to do. It's your dog. But I do recommend stripping rather than scissoring their hair, as it really will affect their coat, and it'll take a long time. If you end up shaving it and you break it off instead of pulling it out, it'll take a long time to get that back to a proper coat.